and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Amelia and I post new life and style videos every Wednesday at 4 p.m. and for the month of December, Sunday evenings. So we have mail today. This has been a long-awaited mail item, both in literally the tracking of surprise, this package and just adding it to my collection. And it is the Hourglass Ambient Sculpture Palette. You can kind of see me in the reflection. Yes, ever since I learned about the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder, probably about 2 years ago, I have wanted it desperately. It sounded like it would solve every single one of my problems. I was sold. But it was $48, and I had mentioned that in my, like, if I had $1,000 to spend at Sephora, what would I buy? And the ambient powder was one of those things. Then Sephora came out with their, like, VIB extra savings week, whatever they called it. So they came out with a $20 coupon off basically anything. So I was really excited and I knew exactly what I was gonna buy. I was gonna buy the Hourglass powder because I was just sad enough to purchase something kind of recklessly expensive. But then I saw that they had this face palette. This is like their holiday face palette. And I figured, you know what? Let me try this. It has the finishing powder, 2 highlighters, it has a finishing powder, 2 blushes, a bronzer, and 2 highlighters. Yeah, it's a 6-pan palette. Man. So I treated myself and it is here and I am excited. This comes in this very nice gold packaging. Even comes like extra wrapped because I was like, imagine I get it and it's broken. That would really suck. And this is it. I mean, it's the typical like Hourglass packaging. It's, you know, it's nice. I mean, it's $80, you would hope so. And then it comes with like directions and this card. So I'm going to just read quickly what it says it's supposed to do and then we can move on. So it's a limited edition ambient lighting edit with everything you need to finish, brighten, contour, and highlight your skin in a single compact. The ambient lighting edit returns with 3 best-selling shades plus 3 exclusive shades for glowing complexion. The limited edition palette contains 2 finishing powders, 1 bronzer, 2 blushes, and a highlighter, all formulated with photoluminescent technology to diffuse light and create a flawlessly lit complexion. Okay, so you open it up and this is what it looks like. You can see this is the bronzer, blushes. I think these are the 2 finishers and this is the highlighter. Then it comes with a direction card and you can see it like, right, it labels all of them 1 through 6, says what they do and where to place them on your face. Everyone's face shape is different, meaning that this is a good like overall guide, but I don't think you should listen to this exactly because, you know, I have a oval kind of long face, so where I put my bronzer and highlighter is going to be very different than where someone with a round face puts it. I am going to actually apply my bronzer slash contour first, just because that is what I'm used to. I use like a regular brush and I just like kind of toast the top half of my face. So let's just push the oil back into my face and see what happens. Tap, tap, tap. Okay. I have to say, just from initially bronzing, it came out really nice. There's the slightest like sheen to it, but it's not too shiny, but it's not completely matte. So if you prefer matte bronzer, this is probably like not it. For the edges, and I like to put a contour shade like in my crease too if I'm just going for a light look. It looks really nice. I feel it's a bit too warm for my nose, but I think that could be taken care of once I put blush on. So let's do that. I'm going to go in with Mood Boja which is more of the like berry color. And then just dust it on. I really like that. Vibrant Flush, which is like the peachy pinky color, has some like glitter flecks in it. Very minimal, so that's something to keep in mind. And then Mood Exposure is more of just like a satin finish, which is what I have on now, and I really like it. Okay, now for the finishing powder. I am going to attempt to put the whiter shade under my eyes as maybe like a brightening powder. I don't know how it's gonna look because it does have a bit of a sheen. And then I'm going to put diffused light actually all over my face first. So just taking it as a finishing powder. Don't really know if that did much. Okay, so I have moved over to the window. We are quickly losing natural light, but no one is in front of like LED lights all the time, and I feel like I couldn't even really see what was happening with the face palette. So I've done like all the steps that I would normally do, and this is like the finished product. I don't know what to say. It took me longer to put it on than it's gonna take me to talk about it, really. It was so anticlimactic, I feel. Probably because I've been thinking about it for 2 years, so I really thought like, I don't know, it would solve all my problems. I mean, my face looks good. I don't have really any complaints about the products themselves. They do what they say they do. They have enough vibrancy that you can put it on and get a look, but you can also build them up to have more color, which is what I had to do. I just felt, you know, with a bright light like I have here, it's hard to always convey, which is why I went to the window. So I just put a bit more on, and I did add some of that Vibrant Flush, which is like the brighter blush that I have, and I feel like it definitely helped kind of like pop my cheeks a bit more. Please ignore my look. I'm currently editing Wednesday's video, and I have not been looking forward to editing this video because it was such a hot mess. I didn't feel like I could complete a sentence when I was filming this, and now I feel like I can. So I'm going to attempt to say what I spent 24 minutes saying in about 2 minutes. Okay? So the Hourglass face palette. Overall, it's a nice palette. I enjoy the bronzer, blush, and highlighter. The ambient powder, I'm not really sure has any real benefit for me personally because I have oily skin. So I don't know, I have like a natural sheen to me. I think if you had drier skin or preferred matte foundations, it might look really nice. It might just give kind of that more supple look, but because I have oily skin and I normally wear a dewier finish foundation, I don't really think it did that much. I still put it on my face because I have it, but I don't know. For oily skin, not really sure. For $80, to me, I'm thinking, you know, it's like one single product. That's a bit steep for what I feel it is. It's nice. Did it change my life as I thought it would? No, it did not. But I mean, you can obviously make the argument that if you were to buy a bronzer, 2 blushes, 2 finishing powders, and a highlighter, you might be up at $80. And at this, you know, you have it all in one place, so when you travel, it's easier. I get the appeal of face palettes, but my personal opinion on face palettes is they're difficult. I've always been hesitant to buy them because you either have like a bronzing palette, and it's kind of like, well, I only need one shade of bronzer, right? I can't use a really deep bronzer. I can't use a super light bronzer. I can't use a super warm tone bronzer. So I've always just shied away from buying face palettes especially the ones that were like an all bronzing palette, all highlighter palette, because there are just certain shades that look good on certain skin tones. Now, you can totally play around and do whatever and wear whatever colors you want, even if they don't quote unquote go with your skin tone. No one's gonna arrest you for doing that. Those like multi face palettes never really appealed to me. I think if you're a makeup artist, it's obviously great because you have all different undertones and everything in one spot. You're good to go. I saw the Hourglass one and I thought, wow, this I think will really work for one, my skin color and my undertones, and I was right. I think it works really well for me. But I will say this is the only face palette that they have. They did not come out with one for, you know, a light palette, a medium palette, and a deep palette. And I kind of feel in 2020 going into 2021, why wouldn't you? It's just, I know that these shades that look good on me are not going to look good on someone of a different race. Like, it's just not really going to work, especially the bronzer and that more purpley blush. It's just not. And I don't know, it's just like, why can't you make more than one tone face palette? Then it's just like, okay, only this sector of people can buy it. Are you lazy, racist? Like, what is it? I don't know. So that has also always like been a hesitation of mine, where it's just like, oh wow, face palette. Oh, you only have one? Okay. Like, I don't know. In today's climate, I don't see how you can do that. Now, Hourglass does have, you know, their bronzers and everything sold separately. And I do think that they have a decent range. Obviously, I am not someone of a deeper skin tone. I am incredibly pale and white. So what I think might work might not. But they do have a larger range in their just like regular single collection to hopefully accommodate more skin tones. But it's also then like, okay, well, you already made it, so just put it into a like. I do feel like a lot of higher end brands do kind of skimp on the inclusivity, and it's just kind of like, why? Why are you doing this? Like I'll just say 2021 at this point, it just kind of feels like a choice. Like, it's not, you can't play the, oh, we're naive or like whatever. It now just kind of feels like a choice that you're excluding groups of people. I don't really know if I would rebuy the bronzer and blush once I run out, because they're nice, but I definitely know I can find similar ones. I love my Physicians Formula bronzers so much. The highlighter, I actually might repurchase once I run out, because it's a good everyday highlighter. The finishing powder, as I said, doesn't really do much for me. I think it's good to try it out. Fortunately, you can't swatch things anymore, so it's definitely more difficult, but they do sell mini sizes in a lot of their products, so they're still expensive for a mini, but it's a better way to try it out if you want to, rather than buying a full size. So I am so happy I was able to, my brain was able to work, and I was able to complete this in 9 minutes. That is going to wrap it up for this Hourglass review. It was definitely anticlimactic. I really thought I was going to be like looking like a supermodel. I looked fine. It's nice, just not worth $80. Really? I don't know. No, $80 is a lot of money. It is. Even the $60 I paid for it, I think, is a lot of money. I hope everyone has a festive holiday season in a time when we're probably not spending with friends or family like we normally would. But hopefully next year. All right, hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.